What's up, guys? Welcome once again to this channel. If you come across this channel for the first time, just subscribe, like, and also comment. Guys, we are talking about Jamaica. When you talk about Jamaica, many people know that people who are in Jamaica are predominantly the black Jamaicans. But in Jamaica we have other races. We have Asians, we have Indian, and we have other races. So guys, let us watch this video until the end, and I'll come up with more reaction.
Listen, no one's saying that Jamaican people have magical powers over anybody else, but we have to give props where it's due. And when we're looking at Jamaican culture and the effect that Jamaican culture has on the world globally, we need to give props, okay? Let's be real here. Jamaican culture, whether it's music, food, sport, has made a big impact on the world globally, especially when you're thinking about the fact that it is a small island in the Caribbean. Okay, it's not no big country like America, but everywhere in the world know about Jamaica and Jamaican music. For example, Bob Marley. Listen, you can go to Japan and see people mimicking Jamaican culture and Jamaican dances and dance hall and all of that. You can come here to the UK where I am currently, and people here in the UK, especially in London and Birmingham and the big cities, they be talking patois and they don't even know they're talking patois. That is how indoctrinated Jamaican culture is. That is how big of an impact Jamaicans have had in this country. So for you to act like, oh, what makes him so special? Like, stop. Stop hating. Like, it's just weird. I'm not even Jamaican. My family from Barbados. I'm not even Jamaican. You're just hating. Just being a hater for no reason. Any person with sense in their head can see Jamaican people have had a massive impact on the world. Yeah? That's just facts. It's not, oh, they're better than anybody else. It's just the facts of the case. Their culture is strong and their culture has a strong impact on the world. Give props where it's due and stop hating, man. Come on.
So you're not wrong. Jamaican is not a color, but you did say that Jamaican is a race. And I just wanted to clarify that Jamaican is not a race. It's a nationality and it's a culture, a pretty awesome culture. One that I'm really, really proud to be a part of.
One more thing about Jamaicans. In the Jamaican society, we have many different races coexisting in harmony. Whites, Chinese, Indian, and of course blacks. But there's something special about this that I never knew until I left Jamaica. That is, we never refer to each other as black Jamaicans or white Jamaican. No, we just call each other Jamaicans. And I think that's special. That's the way it's supposed to be.
So as a fair-skinned Jamaican, I have been accused of appropriating the Jamaican culture on numerous occasions in my comments. I just ignore them because I know who I am. You cannot argue with facts. But it did get me thinking. So what, in your opinion, is the one thing that crosses that line between cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation? I'm so curious to hear your views on this.
And just so we are clear, we know that being Jamaican is not a race, right? It's not a race. So you have black Jamaicans, and you have white Jamaicans, and you have Chinese Jamaicans, and you have Indian Jamaicans, right? We know that, right? Right?
To be honest, you know, I never experienced racism in Jamaica all the years I was living there. I say, it didn't even cross my mind. Like, when I was little and my mother car back, I was driving down the hill and a little girl or a little boy yelled out to me, "White girl!" You know, it just coming like a pet name to me. And to be honest, that's how it always was. And when I get big now, and I have my own car, and I get like a flat tire, I'm dip on the side of the road and come out of the car, gone in the trunk, come here, look out, look for the jack. And by the time me open the car back, me just see one or two cars stop, and them offering to help me, and before me know it, two tools and fix up the tire and me go about the business. And just Jamaican people, they're warm, friendly, and full of joke. And the next thing I remember now too is nobody no go by them name and them birth certificate. Nobody at all. Them go by alias all the while. So like I remember some name. So one of them is Fat Man, and him doing fat, you know. And next one Germs, and next one Pressure Foot, and Pinchers, and dog heart, you name it, they come up with some name. And if you ever hear the story of how the name stick on them.
Alright, I just gotta clear the air because everyone is jumping to Kamala's defense saying that she's quote unquote black because her daddy is Jamaican. People, please understand that Jamaicans are not black, okay? We Caribbean people, people from the Caribbean, West Indies, we do not see color like y'all see color. The Caribbeans are mixed just like America. We have all different kinds of ethnic groups, different kind of cultures, different races of people on the islands, okay? Not just one, all the islands. That when we see each other in the United States and we meet up with each other, there's an automatic bond. It's like, oh, were you for? Oh yeah, oh what man? We family. Recognize ourselves as family because we don't see color or race. We see what island we are from. If you're from Jamaica, we see you as Jamaican. If you're from Barbados, we see you as Bajan. If you're from Trinidad, we see you as a Trini. If you're from St. Lucia, we see you as a St. Lucian. Okay, we don't see you as a black St. Lucian, a Hispanic St. Lucian, a Dominican St. Lucian, or we don't see him as a black Jamaican, a white Jamaican, a Dominican Jamaican. We don't see him as a Puerto Rican Jamaican, Chinese Jamaican, any of that. You're just a Jamaican, okay? And if you're from Barbados, you're just a Bajan. If you're from Trinidad, you're just a Trini. Point blank, you're not a white, black, this, that, or whatever. Matter of fact, when we first came to America, I didn't know anything about black people. I didn't even know black people was a thing. I didn't know I was considered a black person because that's something that we never used back on the island, especially when I was a kid. Maybe they do now, whatever. But when we was growing up, that was not a thing. I didn't know that I was, quote unquote, considered a black man until I came to America. I didn't know anything about racism until I came to America. Because those things does not matter in the islands. If you're born on one island, that's who you are, no matter where your parents come from. And it doesn't matter because when we link up, we be like, hey, what's up, fam? We family, and that's all that matters. We have a saying, different islands, same people. And it's facts. Because no matter what island you go to, you're going to find a broad variety of cultural people. And you know how we know where they're from? When they open their mouth and they speak. You a Trini. Oh, you from Barbados. Or you a Crucian. Or you a St. Lucian. That's how we know each other. We don't know, it doesn't matter what island we are from. We consider ourselves as family. As far as the Kamala being black thing, let's just get to the bottom of it. Okay, before you didn't have any problem with saying that as long as you got one drop of black blood in you, that you're black. You didn't have any problem with that. You didn't have any problem with if they're not white, they're black. You even included Chinese people and Asian people and all of that are literally look just like white people, but except for the eyes and all of that different stuff, but their skin tone is literally just about the same. You don't have any problem with including them and everybody else in your so-called black race agenda. When the black thing became a little bit too direct, then you started saying, oh well, let's just embrace the color. We're colored then because we're so many different varieties of people. So then you became colored people. And at the same time, now that this woman is up for presidency or up for this seat, that seat, or whatever, now we have to differentiate what kind of colored person she is. What kind of black, how much black does she have in her blood? And all of that crazy nonsense. She's not the one with the problem, y'all are. Even if she said she was Indian or black. That's what y'all say. Y'all ain't never had a problem with that shit before. But because now, something is at stake, now all of a sudden, we got to break down the values within how much blackness there is there. Just crazy.
I'm glad you asked this because a lot of people believe that being Jamaican makes you black. It does not mean that. People really confuse race with nationality and ethnicity. So a few things. Race is completely a social construct. There is not a gene, a race gene. It cannot be traced in your DNA at all. Period. At all. Okay? So let's throw the race piece away because I think that's where people get messed up. They instantly assume. So nationality is your country that you are a citizen of. That is your nationality, and your ethnicity is the culture. So you can be Jamaican in ethnicity and in nationality. You can be Chinese Jamaican. You can be African Jamaican. You can be Irish Jamaican. You can be Hindu Jamaican. You can be all of those things, but it does not make you black. And you're just as Jamaican in ethnicity and nationality. Or you could not be it in nationality. You could live in America, but your ethnicity, your background, your culture could be Jamaican, and you could be Asian Jamaican American because your nationality is American. I hope that helps for you. Nationality is the country that you are a citizen of. Ethnicity is your culture, your religion, like all of those pieces. That's your culture. And race, social construct, made up. People just want to label you.
Black in America, and she's white in Jamaica. But how? So this is Dominique Gabru from California, and when she lived in Jamaica, working with the Peace Corps, the Jamaicans racially categorized her as white, and she thought that was strange because she always identified as black. Dominique said that she never noticed how fluid her identity could be until she moved to Jamaica. She said that Jamaicans almost always assumed that she was white, and on one occasion, she yelled back in frustration that she was not white. And this is all because of Jamaica's history. Again, Jamaica goes by hyperdescent, meaning that blacks are at the bottom, mixed race people in the middle, and white people at the top. Some mixed race people moving to America were shocked to be categorized as black. Like most places in the world, Jamaica has a long history of legally categorizing mixed race people as white, as what happened with Thomas Winter's children. You only had to be 3 generations removed from the African ancestor to be legally classified as white. Given that race is a social construct and differs from place to place, it is very likely that some of Kamala Harris's ancestors in Jamaica who had African ancestry were not identified as black. So I'm surprised to see some black Americans so upset that other black people are questioning whether Kamala Harris's Jamaican ancestry was always identified as black. Looking at Kamala Harris's cousin, he looks like he can be a part of Cardi B family. Y'all say Cardi B is not black all the time without batting an eye. So while it may be rude to question Kamala Harris's blackness because she grew up in America and she fits the American social construct for what is black, it is not racist to question whether or not her Jamaican line identified or was black.
All right, Mommy, some people are confused when you said you're Jamaican but full Chinese. Can you clarify for them?
All right, don't be confused. All right, I'm Jamaican, full stop. But my parents were born in China, so I am Chinese. And full Chinese, no mix.
What a lucky thing say with the America look green card. Mommy, what would have happened if they send me back to China? We're not dead.
Big up my cousin Sim Spice in a real life. Yeah, man. And for all of those people that think Jamaican is a race, I'd advise you to go down to the post office, take a photo, and get a passport. Buy a ticket, go to Jamaica so you could go and see the different ethnic groups that are in Jamaica. Right? Because a lot of y'all on this app sound so blasted ignorant, it's not even funny. And you only make yourself look stupid, like a person that has never taken up a book. Right? Again, Jamaican is not a race.
1, I am Chinese, I am Jamaican. I don't care how you want to put it. Number 2, I'm not mixed. Both my parents are Chinese. Number 3, I speak English, Patois, and Chinese, more specifically Hakka, because I know people are going to ask. Number 4 is there is a large community of Chinese people in the Caribbean, more specifically in Jamaica and Suriname, Guyana, and Trinidad. If you're Jamaican, more specifically living in the Kingston, Mobay or Ochi area or even Portmore area, you're gonna know that there is Chinese people. But for the people who don't know that there is a Chinese community in these Caribbean countries, there's a huge history lesson behind it for the Jamaicans. You should have learned this in grade 4 to 6. I know that Chinese people are not all over the island, so it's likely that you've never necessarily physically encountered one. So it might be a little bit shocking to you, but yeah, you should have learned the history of indentured labors and all of that. For the people who aren't from the Caribbean, a quick Google search would tell you the indentured laborers first went to Trinidad 1806 and Jamaica, Guyana, Cuba, Suriname. So that means there's actually Chinese people in the Caribbean that actually speaks Dutch or French, which I personally think is way more interesting than just speaking patois.
Much like the United States, Jamaica was also a society that was built on slavery. The difference is instead of enforcing the one-drop rule, Jamaica had the brown racial group, which was the racial group between black and white. They were brown, or free people of color, which is where these 4 people would fall under. A chart from a study done in 1960. And if you look at how the races are broken down in Jamaica, you see there's African, obviously this would be people you classify as black, European, people you would classify as white. There's East Indian and Afro-East Indian, meaning East Indians and their mixed black descendants. Chinese and Afro-Chinese, meaning Chinese and their mixed black descendants. Afro-European, or the group known as brown, and then there's other. Jamaica is a country where, due to the Atlantic slave trade, the majority of the people are of African descent. But due to things such as religious persecution, which led to Portuguese Jews and Syrian, Lebanese, Palestinian Christians coming to the island, as well as the indentureship after slavery, which led to a lot of Chinese and Indians coming to the island, there are some Jamaicans who have ancestry that is not solely African. Them having pride in that ancestry that is not African does not equal shame in the African ancestry. It just means that they are able to love themselves in their entirety. Out of many one people, folks.
Of the fact that there are Indian Caribbeans amongst us and that live in the Caribbean currently.
I want to ask Americans a question. Why is it so hard for you guys to realize that the West Indies has different races and ethnicities? Because when I have told a lot of black Americans this, and I've told a lot of white Americans the same comment, it's all of a sudden I get so much hate for letting people know about my culture. So like my dad's family, as all of you guys should know, my dad's family is from Jamaica, and I have a lot of Chinese, East Indian, Scottish, Irish, Jewish, black, like there's so much mix up on my dad's side of the family. And I don't understand why it's so hard for people to process that you can be from the West Indies and not be black. I don't know why that's such a big deal. Like, you know, a lot of Asian and white people went through a lot of difficult things back in the day, in the 1800s too, because of colonizing, you know?
It doesn't? Oh, man. I really wish I had known that before I started making TikToks on being Jamaican, because now I feel like such a fool. Gosh, how are we going to break it to the Canadians who were born in Canada and were raised in Canada, and now I have to tell them they're not Canadian? Oh boy. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you for letting me know. Honestly, thank you.
Why do you people think that we're going to be like you all? Why do you think we're going to be dull? How do you expect us to step into a room or walk into a community and not be noticed? Hello? What are you talking about? We are Jamaicans. You have a little Chinese community over there, so you have an Indian over there, so you have Palestinians over there, so you have some white people around there, so one other colors, them, I don't know them, where them come from, but them they are. Korean, Japanese, listen, man. The matter supposed to explain it for you. Out of many, one people. I'm going to realize how true this be. Me I talk to one of my elder, them know my relatives them good, and me I talk to my grandmother the other day, and when them start go down in the history and dig up some old picture, Virgin, look how me dark. Look how me nose big. You know want to see the straight nose white people them? Some pretty tall ear people, but I think that's Syrian. Me I say wait. So why all of that skip me? But then me realize about how everything mix up, come down, and I so come me come out. And stay how me stay. And me feel good, me I say, what? But listen, people of the world, we are Jamaicans. You understand? We're supposed to stand out. You understand? Because we have nations upon nations. We can come build this place here, and we're there, and we mix up, and make we. So unfortunately, we can't be a little bit and simple. Out of many, we are one people.
If I'm Jamaican, then my ethnicity is Jamaican. My nationality is Canadian. My race is black. There are three separate things. Your race is what you're socially seen as, whether you're black, white, brown, whatever. Your nationality is where you reside, where you have citizenship. So you can have citizenship in Canada, UK, the States. My nationality is Canadian. But I'm black. My ethnicities consist of places in the Caribbean and outside of the Caribbean. So how are you going to sit here and tell me that my ethnicity is Caribbean? Because I'm not just Jamaican, sister. I have multiple ethnicities, one nationality, that being Canadian, and one race, that being black.
So guys, welcome back again. Hope you have watched the full combination of the videos and you have seen why black Jamaicans are predominant in Jamaica. And when you talk about Jamaica, most of people, they will know that in Jamaica, most of people who are there are black Jamaicans. But I will also say that in Jamaica now, we have a mixture of races. We have Indian Jamaica, we have Asian Jamaicans, we have Latino Jamaicans, we have Chinese Jamaicans, and this has made Jamaica to have mixed of Jamaicans of different races, but they do not practice racism because they love one another. Through their motto, you will see that motto has made Jamaica their people to love each other. When you see how these people normally work, that language has also, but language is, has made these people to unite. So they love one another. When you find a Latino Jamaica, when you find a Chinese Jamaica, when you find a black Jamaica, these people work together. They are so very good. They know that they are in the same region, they are in the same country, they are one people. They love one another. So they eat the same meal. And when we find that Jamaica, these black people, when you find the story how they are being the dominant in Jamaica, during the time of colonization, the colonizers brought many people from West Africa, and these are black Jamaicans, so that they can go and work in their farms in those regions in Jamaica. So this made millions of people from West Africa who also were involved in that during slavery, during that colonization period. Many people from West Africa went and joined them, and they worked for the colonizers. But when the time of slavery came to an end, these people now they were men in Jamaica, and they became predominant in Jamaica, and they felt reluctant to work for the colonizers. So the colonizers decided to bring other communities, other like Indiana, Jamaicans, Chinese Jamaicans to their region to work for them. So this brought many people from all over the region, from all over the world, to come on in Jamaica to work for the colonizers, and this made people all over the world to uh, to be in Jamaica, to live in Jamaica. Now in Jamaica, you can find Black Jamaicans are there, Latino Jamaicans are there. We have Asian Jamaicans, we have Chinese Jamaicans. But these people are many, but they don't practice racism. Different races, but they don't practice racism. Because they have followed that motto of one country, one love. They work together, they love one another. So this community came together from during that slavery time until now. When you go to Jamaica, you can find many people. You can find many people from different regions of the world in Jamaica. So Jamaica is now consists of many people who are doing different things. When you find now in Jamaica, you can find many activities. There are many cultures because of people from everywhere in the country. They came with their culture. So they have made Jamaica to be more prominent, to be known all over the world. When you mention about a Caribbean, the one thing that normally comes to people's mind is Jamaica, because people know Jamaica more than other countries that are in the Caribbean. So guys who are watching this clip, if there is an other issue that has made Jamaica that has made other communities to also enter in the Jamaica, so let us drop your comments in the comment section so that we can know what made not only Black Jamaica in Jamaica, but other races to enter in Jamaica, like Latino Jamaica, like Indian Jamaica. What made them to go to Jamaica? So guys, drop your comments in the comment section and I will appreciate, and we shall learn more, because I've created this channel so that we can learn more. We can also have that chance to copy the life of Jamaican, to copy the life of the world. Know that many people in the world can understand how how where they came from, how they are living in Jamaica, what are some of the things they are used to do that has made them to go and stay in those regions. So guys, drop your comments. I love your comments. Like these videos, subscribe to this channel. It is a powerful channel, it's a upcoming channel, and it is a powerful channel. We shall learn more. We need to understand, to know how and what made many people to enter in Jamaica. So guys, let us have more comments. Thank you. Let us meet to the other next time, to the other video. Thank you guys.